I'm Phil Mann, and I'm now going to talk to you about the studio range of amplifiers available from Ashdown Engineering. They're called the Studio, and they're really designed to target that sort of student entry level to progressing bass players. So if you guys have picked up a bass guitar for the first time, you want to plug into an amp that's going to sound great, it's not going to rip your arm off financially, and it's also going to have some sort of sustainability whereby you can practice at home and then, use it for home practice, plug your iPhone into it, stuff like that, and perhaps gig it live. Now, this range is really catered for all of those things. You can have an 8-inch driver, 10-inch driver, 12 or a 15. On the 12 and 15, obviously they come with DI, so it means they're kind of big enough and powerful enough to be stage monitors, but can also supply a signal to the front of the house should you want to gig it. On the little guys, on the 8, 10 and on the 12, that's kind of like the crossover combo. The 8 comes in 2 different configurations. You can have it as a 3-band EQ, that's called the Junior, or the 5-band EQ, which is seen across the rest of the range. If we actually look at the front panel, there is some familiarity here. It's an Ashdown product. The great thing about Ashdown is that you can really see things that have been designed by players, engineers, and they are consistent on every single amplifier. 1/4-inch jack straight in the front, and then you're greeted with that pre-shape for the EQ, so you can have a flat or a scoop, the old smiley face stereotype. So if you want to get a nice big rumble out this thing, it does it. If you want to have a nice flat EQ, play a little bit of slap bass, stuff like that, it does that as well. Active passive dip switch, that's going to help you out should you kind of buy your next active bass and move away from passive stuff and things like that, or if you just have a high output, put that in, you don't overload the preamp section. From there, you've got a valve emulation. It's digital, but it's sat right there in the preamp. It's going to sort you out, and then you're greeted with 2 different configurations of EQ. Like we said, on the Junior, it's just 3-band. On the big boys, shall we call them, on the 8, 10, 12 and 15, there's a 5-band. And that's the same EQ that you find on the original range and on the Root Masters. So, moving on from there. Volume, headphones out, and also a line in. So if you're at home and you plug your iPhone or a drum machine, other phones are available, straight into the front end, you can practice along and then practice in silence, so you're not going to kill your neighbours or your parents downstairs. I'm Phil Mann, guys. Let's check out, see what this thing sounds like.